record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take you to the floor for tonight's starting lineups presented to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works.
First, a sophomore from Hightower, Texas. By way of Rockford, Illinois, standing 6'2", number 3, Kyron Duck. A sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee, standing 6 foot tall, number 5, Chris Martin. From Southwind in Memphis, a freshman, standing 6'8", number 15, Devontae Tucker. From Jonesboro, Arkansas, a sophomore, 6'2", number 21, Jesse Washington. And from Marietta, Arkansas, a sophomore, 6'7", number 24, Jamarian Westbrook. And now, the starting lineup for your ICC Indians. First, from Gentry High School in Indianola, a sophomore at 5'11", number 0, Chris Minton. He is one of the blankets from Tupelo, standing 5'11", freshman number 1, Davion Anderson. From Carroll High School in Ozark, Alabama, standing 6'3", sophomore number 2, Bryson Dawkins. From West Point High School in Prairie, Mississippi, standing 6'7", freshman number 12, one of the Green Wave, Neil J. Smith. And from Thomasville, Georgia, rounding out the starting five, standing 6'6", freshman number 24, A.J. Dent.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set here for the nightcap between ICC and ASU Mid-South. Indians in their home white. Mid-South will be in the black jerseys, as ICC will take the First American National Bank opening tip and start things off here. Jim, I didn't get a chance to ask you in the Davis Ford pregame show, so I'll ask you now. What is going to be your Bank Oklahoma keys to victory?
Same as the first game. Defense and rebounding. Offense and defensive rebounding. I know Grant Pate and his staff loves defense. Got to start out there, Adam.
Nice pass underneath, just a little too close to the basket. Couldn't get that one to fall that time. And the Greyhounds come away with a stop to start it. On the offensive end, they draw a foul to start things here. Now the Greyhounds, they come into the game after an impressive 101-90 win over Central Baptist. ICC, well, they played last night, and they came away with an impressive win, 92-42 over Stillman College JV. Greyhounds with it, jumper on its way, back iron no good, and the rebound to the Indians. That's Anderson, the Tupelo native that wants to get out and run. Leaves it off to Mitten. Mitten gets by his defender, drops it back over the middle. Layup is there. That was A.J. Dent with the basket. Nice ball movement by the Indians.
No doubt about it. Just started the game 2-0. 19 minutes left in the first half. ICC Indians up 2-0.
Well, much like the women's game, this is going to be a measuring stick as there's a deep three knocked down there by Washington, one of the two top scorers for Mid-South. You take a look at the games of interest for ICC. They played Jones. They lost to them 88-76. They defeated Northwest 72-61. They lost 86-68 at Northeast. And then they picked up a 75-61 win at Northwest. So one of those measuring stick type games here for the Indians. Before we go into the break, there's a steal. Trouble here, and the jam. Smith with some authority. Well, the Indians had 8 dunks last night against the Stillman game. Smith with the first one tonight. Drops it off on the inside. Kick out for 3 on its way. Good. Nice looking stroke there, as that was Martin for 3. They've got 2 of those so far here. 6-4 is the lead. So the Indians with the basketball, looking to go to work here on the offensive side of the floor. Dawkins drives inside, fadeaway jumper, too hard. Rebound easily corralled there by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds drive inside, layup, no good, but a nice job just slapping that one away. And the Greyhounds out-hustle the Indians for the loose ball. They're going to reset the offense. Great hustle there. That was Martin that got on the floor and kept it alive for the Greyhounds. Try to feed it inside, then take it away there. This is going to be Dawkins wanting to go on the open floor. Drives inside, tons of contact and a foul. So Dawkins couldn't get the layup to go, but he'll head to the free throw line here with a pair of free throws coming up for the Indians. Boy, I tell you what, if this is going to be the pace and the physicality of the game, buckle up, folks.
No doubt about it. It's been very physical to start out.
That foul was whistled on number 15. That's going to be Tucker. That's going to be his first foul. Each team with 1 foul here in the first half of play. This is Dawkins, the southpaw at the free throw line. First one is up in and good. Waiting the second opportunity here from Bryson. And that one just rims out on him. 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Goes Dawkins, 6-5. A pair of 3-pointers, the difference in the game right now. As Mid-South with the basketball tries to go to the far side. It was tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Indians, so the ball will go back to the Greyhounds. Substitution coming in the game here for ICC. That's going to be Graham into the contest. That's a substitution that's being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Nice backdoor cut. Shot is off the glass, no good, and the rebound ripped down that time by A.J. Dent. Dent, a big man, but's got good handles.
No doubt about it. And handles ball well, being 6'6", Adam.
That shot inside blocked. Good help defense on the part of the Greyhounds. And so after a sporadic start to the game, it's kind of slowed down as both these teams trying to settle into their offense. Looking for that pick and roll, and couldn't quite put the pass on the money, but a good job of keeping it alive, and good quick ball movement. Reverse layup is there.
Nice shot. Give him credit on that one, Adam.
That was Tucker with the basket. Lead is 3, largest of the night here for Mid-South. That shot is way off the mark, and the rebound collected there by the Greyhounds. So the Greyhounds with the basketball. ICC in a man-to-man defense, quickly swinging around. Three-pointer on its way, no good, but a foul on the Indians.
You don't want to do that. Don't foul a three-point shot.
So that foul is going to be on Graham, I believe. And that's going to be his first foul, second team foul for the Indians. Be 3 free throws coming up here, and this is going to be Washington at the line here for the Greyhounds. First free throw, no. That one just danced around and refused to go home.
It looked good when it left his hand.
Looked like it's going to be one of those that's just going to be nothing but the bottom of the net, but it just refused to settle. And that one, nice adjustment there. He's got 4 points in the contest. Substitution in for the Indians. This will be number 23, McDaniels, entering for ICC. It's a substitution being brought to you by Max Home right here in Fulton and Sulligent, Alabama. Second free throw, good. 5 points for Washington. As we mentioned, he averages just under 20 a game. He's off to a good start here. But Daniels had that ball slapped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Indians. Well, this one's going to be fast, folks. 5 is the lead here, largest of the night for Mid-South. ICC plays an extended man-to-man defense, so do the Greyhounds. As the Indians get it in just before the 5-second count. Dent with it, looking to go for the backdoor cut. Inside goes. Minton is going to be fouled, but they say before the shot. And so it'll be ICC ball on the baseline. Jim, good crowd. There's still some fans making their way in.
Still coming in.
We invite you to visit letsgoicc.com, where you can see the schedule for both the women and men. Make your plans to join us this season. Wild shot put up, no good. Offensive rebound, no, and the rebound controlled that time by Mid-South. ICC's got a couple of offensive boards, but no points to show for it. Mid-South doubling up the Indians right now, 10-5. 15.5 to go until halftime. That ball lost on the floor, taken away there. That's Minton with the loose ball. Minton, floater, left it way short, but there's a rebound. Putback is up, it's no good. And the Indians, again, just cannot cash in on those second shot opportunities.
10-5. Greyhounds up with 5-point lead. 15 minutes left in the first half.
So Greyhounds with it. They drive inside. The defense just fell asleep that time, and Coach Pate wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor. Washington ruling this one early. He's got 7 points. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC trailing this one 12-5, 14:54 to go here. Jim, we were talking about it during that commercial break. Boy, this Greyhound offense, you talk about moving without the basketball. They don't stop moving with or without the basketball offensively, and it's fun to watch.
No doubt about it. And they have more players on the men's team. They got 11. Don't have a lot. They have 11 where the women only had 8, so they do have some depth.
So the Indians with the basketball after taking the timeout. A very spirited timeout there from Coach Pate. Drive inside, shot is off the mark, no good. They're going to call an offensive foul on the Indians. Looks like Anderson was out of control that time as he went to the basket. And that is going to be his first foul, team third foul. Substitution into the game here for ICC is going to be James Turner. That's the substitution that's being brought to you by Bank Okolona. The Indians going to get a stop and find a basket. It's been all Mid-South for about the past 3 or 4 minutes of this contest. Again, Mid-South just gets the defense on their hip. Loose ball on the floor, and it's tipped away, and eventually the Indians find it.
We called a break.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They blew a layup, had a chance to extend the lead up to 9, but good job on the defense by the Indians. We're down by 7. Need to score here, Adam. Coming up on 14 minutes first half, 12-5, Greyhounds.
Jalen Sanford has also checked in the contest for the Indians, as there's a Graham with the floater got that one to find its way through. And, Jim, you said it, a big basket there for the Indians. 12-7 now. ICC trailing the first points of the night for Graham. Mid-South with the basketball, working against that man-to-man defense. They dribbled it back out to reset. Want to set the high screen. Now spins off of it. Into the corner they go with it. Looked like he was out of bounds when he caught the basketball. Rebound tipped around and controlled by the Indians. Well, the Greyhounds have cooled off since that timeout. So a good timeout taken there by Coach Pate. That running shot is up no good. Indians with the rebound. Puts it back up. A lot of contact and a whistle. And that should send Bridges to the free throw line. And that will be the case here as Bridges will go to the charity stripe. That foul whistled on number 23, Ian Rios. His first foul, each team with 3 fouls so far here in the first half. Bridges, first free throw, no.
I like Bridges' activity under the board. He crashed the board, got the rebound, just needs to make these free throws at him. We're down 12-7, 13-23 left in the first half. Bridges got one more, maybe to cut it here to 4.
So waiting the free throw here out of Bridges. It's on its way, and that one back iron no good. Pair of misses. Indians are 1 of 4 from the free throw line here in the early goings of this one. Greyhounds with the basketball, looking to go to work here. As the Indians in a tough man-to-man defense, and they lose it, and ICC with the steal, and this is going to be a nice, smart layup. As that was Turner. Turner might have been thinking about trying the dunk, but knew that he needed the 2 points versus the style points. Wisely lays that one in. 12-9 is the score. ICC trying to get back into this one, but that three-pointer knocked down there by Washington, and he had a little bit to say to the ICC student section after knocking that one down, and he is living up to the billing of being the scorer that he is. He's got 10 points, second three-pointer of the night. Indians trail at 15-9. Three-pointer on the other end by the Indians. That one good. Bridges with confidence knocks down that three. Big basket there, makes it 15-12 now in favor of the Greyhounds. Coming up on 12 minutes of play here in the first half. Try to feed it inside, then that one taken away by the Indians. That's McDaniels, the big man getting out and running the floor. But they just had that one taken away, nearly took it back. ICC fans wanted a foul, but I think that was a good no call. Greyhounds with the basketball. Tough defense by the Indians. Three-pointer on its way. That one left short, no good, but an offensive board. Chased down that time by Chapin. The tip is there. And that was Washington, and Washington now with 12, and he is feeling it. Timeout taken here, 17-12, ICC trailing. Be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back out of the timeout. Man, what a game put on so far by Jesse Washington. He's got 12 of the 17 scored so far by Mid-South. And, oh, by the way, ICC's only scored 12 as a team.
And this is in 8.5 minutes in this game. Playing extremely well.
So Indians with the basketball looking to go to work here. Spins away from the defense. Now is Bridges with it. Long contested two. That one bouncing around, no good. Loose ball on the floor, and Mid-South finds it. And I tell you what, it's the second or third time tonight we've seen Mid-South hit the deck trying to keep the ball on their side of the coin, and have really done a good job of being physical and aggressive. And that one thrown away in ICC with it. Now gets it up the floor to Bridges, and Bridges is going to be fouled. Are they going to call him for a travel? No, they're going to call him for the foul. Well, the officials, yep. I was going to make sure they weren't going to talk about it. Basically, they were going to follow up, make sure nothing extracurricular went on after the play with both players kind of running into the stands there. And it wasn't nothing. I think it was just momentum carrying that way.
Right.
And so this is going to be Bridges. Bridges 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. We'll head back for 2 more shots here. Jim, we talked about it during the break. Tough week for your Rebels this week. They got NC State tonight in basketball and, I think Memphis later on this week.
On Saturday, you're going to get some true tests. I mean, I'm proud of them. They found ways to win the first 5 or 6 games, but the competition is stepping up now. We'll see what they can do.
Absolutely. I'll kind of keep an eye on that NC State game tonight a little bit later on myself, being an ACC guy. Notre Dame in a rebuilding year. New head coach. Is that second free throw is good. Did he make the first one?
He did. Bridges, went 0 for 2 a few minutes ago, knocked down these 2, cut the lead to 3. 10:45 left halftime. Greyhounds up by 3 over our Indians.
Greyhounds with the basketball. They pull up the quick three-pointer. It's off the mark, no good. And the rebound ripped down there by Dawkins. Dawkins wanting to get out and run. Drops it off baseline. Bridges there. Boy, Bridges has been a spark for the Indians.
I got him with 7.
Say right? 7 points. And ICC is trailed by 7. Now makes it a 1-point contest. Jim, you know what this Mid-South team reminds me of? As there's a three-pointer from the corner, knocked down and good from Chapin. And it's a little bit of irony. They are from Arkansas. You remember the 1990 Arkansas team where they just, kind of either a layup or a three-pointer type style of offense? Very, very, what was it? They called it 40 minutes of hell type deal?
Yes.
Kind of reflective of that team, minus the long baggy shorts.
No doubt about it. Yeah, they're not afraid to put the three-pointer up. No doubt about it. And you got to, in basketball, just like a defensive back, you got to have a short conscience.
Yes.
You're going to get burned on a play. You might shoot an air ball. Hey, come back up and make the play.
Wow. Nearly threw that one in from the sidelines. He was looking for that backdoor lob, and it was there. Somewhere Drew Tyler was smiling if that one would have been able to throw down, but instead nearly made the shot on the inbounds. Now the Indians put up a three-pointer of their own. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound being fought for, and a nice block out underneath that time by Wallace of Mid-South. So Mid-South with it now. Chapin with the basketball. 4-point advantage in favor of the Greyhounds. Into the corner they go with it. Trying to drive inside, and they're going to call a charge. Good take that time by Bridges.
Referee took his time, kind of studied it.
He did. Had to think about it for a second. And it was one of those, I think, really and truly, he was probably want to double check to make sure his heels were not on that arch. And so whenever he made the call, he called it a charge, and that's going to be the first foul of the night there on Jesse Washington. Really the only thing Jesse has done wrong so far in the game.
No doubt about it. Greyhounds up by 4, 20-16, coming up on 9 minutes left in the first half.
Trap in the corner. Indians in trouble. They do get rid of it. Inside they go, and tons of contact and a foul. Not a bad foul there by Chapin. He got beat on a nice move that time by Anderson. And you're taught when you want to foul not in a malicious way, but in a way where they can't get that layup up, and that's how he fouled there. Or at least that's my brand of basketball, Jim. I'm a fan of the Pistons. Well, I
know you are. You're a Detroit fan. I know that.
So, reminds me of my Pistons bad boys days.
The only thing I would have liked, it was a hard foul, it was a clean foul. He could have gone and helped them up, but he didn't. Yeah. But I know some teams don't do that. I get it.
First free throw was good from Anderson. Second free throw on its way, and it's good as well. And the Indians fighting, clawing, trying to get back in this one. Trimmed a 7-point lead down to 1, but have not been able to retake the lead or tie this one up since. Inside 9 minutes to go here until halftime. I invite you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way. Beautiful bounce pass. Shot is up, no good. Tip is no good. And the Indians finally get it, as that was Bridges ripping that one away. ICC wanting to push this one into the front court. Crossover, driving inside. Shot is up. Back iron, no. Tip, no. Third time, not a charm. Tip again, not there. And eventually, Mid-South comes away with it. What a hustle there by Sanford. Just could not find the bottom of the basket. So Mid-South with it now, going to work. Swings it over now inside, all alone. Shot is up and good. Indians just miscommunication on defense.
Lost Wallace's first 2 of the ball game. 8 minutes left in the first half. Mid-South up by 4, 22-18.
Indians want to take another timeout. We're going to take it with them and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
You hear the ICC All-American Pep Band trying to get the Indians fired up here, but they have not been able to get over that 4-point hump here against Mid-South. 22-18 is the score coming up on 8 minutes to play here. And then the Indians just turn it over. Miscommunication once again, as that time Anderson was looking to go to the outside corner, and instead Dawkins was cutting baseline, and the turnover gives it back to Mid-South. Not what you want to do out of a timeout.
No, not out of a timeout, no doubt about it. We're up 8 minutes left until halftime. Mid-South with the ball and a 4-point lead.
And that one, they're going to say last touch by ICC, but I felt like it was touched by Washington when he made a reach for it that second time, but instead they're going to say it will stay with the Greyhounds. 18 seconds on the shot clock here, 7:45 to play until halftime. Greyhounds with it. They're going to reset it now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wild shot put up, back iron, no good, and there's a strong rebound pulled down by Chris Minton. Minton, the sophomore, wanting to get out and push for the Indians. Good job getting back in transition that time by the Greyhounds. Dawkins trying to drive inside, drops it off to Bridges. Bridges touching the paint, no. Rebound, tipped around and eventually controlled by the Greyhounds. I tell you what, I've been very impressed with Kyron Dock.
No doubt about it.
He plays that point guard position. He distributes the ball well, but he's not afraid to get in there and scrap for a rebound. Looking for that backdoor cut. It's out of bounds and back to the Indians. Substitution into the game here. This is going to be number 15, Tucker, re-entering for the Greyhounds. This is a substitution that's being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They invite all ICC students to join on Monday nights at 7:07 for worship. They're located right across from the e-learning building here on the Fulton campus. Bridges with the basketball, sends it into the corner. Dawkins drives, hops, skips it outside. Three-pointer on its way. Yes! Got it. Big basket there for Chris Minton. Second three-pointer of the night for the Indians. First basket of the night for Minton. Makes it a one-point contest here, 22-21. And then that's just going to be a foul on Minton. And Coach Pate did not like that foul call. He is right there in the ear of the referee.
I thought it was a foul.
I did too, but Grant was right there a lot closer than we were. I was kind of blocked by the backboard of it, but either way it goes, Coach Pate did not like the call. Look for that backdoor cut, turnaround jumper on its way, well off the mark, no good, and Dawkins there to collect the rebound. ICC wanting to get out and run, but again, good job getting back in transition that time by the Greyhounds. Dawkins goes inside, shot partially blocked, and now here comes Mid-South. Didn't have numbers, couldn't control the basketball. Wisely backs it back out and resets the offense.
6 minutes left until first half. Indians down 22-21.
Mid-South with it now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Trap on the wing. Long NBA range three is off the mark, no good, but a nice long rebound controlled there by Mid-South. So Greyhounds with it, want to hand this one off, looking to go inside to Doc. He lost it for a second. 5 seconds now on the shot clock. Extra pass. Shot is up, denied. Now the Indians stand to jam. Defense turning into offense as Dawkins finishes with the dunk after the block by Bridges. That's going to be an early nominee for a What a Play Wednesday as ICC takes the lead 23-22. Full timeout on the floor. We're going to take the full timeout with them. Let's hear from Coke and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat. and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC taking a 23-22 advantage here. First time that they've had a lead since the early goings of this one. Jim, this ball game shaping up to be an instant classic.
No doubt about it. Good ball game. ICC clawing back. Finally got the lead here. 5 minutes left until halftime.
So Mid-South with the basketball out of the timeout. They've led as much as 7 here in the first half. Now trail by 1. Greyhounds with the basketball. Doc driving inside. Drops it off in the middle. Trying to find that turn. Nothing there. Ball's going to be out of bounds and the ball back to the Indians. Good defense there by ICC. That time Tucker was trying to plead his case and it was tipped by the Indians. I think he had a pretty good argument there, but official said it will go back to the Indians. Anderson lost the handle on it. Still loose on the floor, and somehow the Indians find it. Minton, he wants to step back for 3. Yes! Wow. Boy, talk about turning stuff into chicken salad.
No doubt about it.
The Indians get the 3 there.
Go up by 4. Minton's hit 2 back-to-back threes here, and we got a 4-point lead with 4:20 left in the first half.
Largest lead of the first half here for the Indians. Travel called there. And so now things starting to go in favor of the Indians here after back-to-back turnovers. Now ICC with it a chance to build on this 4-point advantage, 26-22. Still a lot of time to play here in the first half with 4 minutes to play. Minton. Ball faked on the 3, drew the charge. And that will put Minton on the free throw line, I think, for a 1-and-1 here. Well, you know, it's mentioned in the girls' game when they had the assist, tried to kick it out for the 3 on the assist. Well, if I'm Minton, I hit back-to-back threes like that, it's a heat check time.
Forget the assist.
That free throw is off the mark, no good. Misses the front end of that 1-and-1 opportunity there. Rebound to Mid-South. Neither team really, I think, realized it was a 1+1 as a late reaction to the ball, but Mid-South gets it. Doc with it now, works it over on the right side of the floor. Mid-South running that weave-style offense, trying to catch that backdoor cut, but great defense there by Minton taking that away.
Our defense has stepped up. They've had 3 or 4 turnovers here in the last 2 minutes. Give credit to our defense.
I tell you what, also give credit to our student section. They're getting in the head of Jesse Washington. So he had a lot of words to say to them as he went by that time. That jumper on its way, no good. And oh my goodness, that is a scary moment there as McDaniels goes up for the rebound and had his legs clipped out from under him. And a tough landing there. And so this will send McDaniels to the free throw line.
Is that A.J. Dent, I believe?
Oh, no, excuse me. Yeah, that's Dent. Dent's first free throw, good.
Good job, A.J. Got 3 points here. We've extended our lead to 5, Adam. What's our largest lead?
5.
That's what I was hoping. Thinking.
Yep. So a chance for Dent. Second free throw on its way. That one off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped around and collected by the Greyhounds. So Mid-South with the basketball. They have struggled over the last few minutes, and ICC has taken advantage. Indians jump out in the trap. Trying to go inside. Man, tough defense out of the Indians in the hip pocket of the Greyhounds here. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Kick it out. That's Washington with the basketball. Steps underneath. Swings it outside for the 3 on its way. That one off the mark, no good, and a big-time rebound there by Dent.
Great defense by the Indians. I think the Greyhounds going on 3 minutes without scoring, Adam.
I believe you're correct on that one. ICC with it now, kicks it around, swings it into the corner, 3-pointer on its way. Yes!
Feeling it.
Minton with another one. He's got 9. Third 3-pointer of the game, and ICC leads this one by 8. Coming up on 2.5 to play here until halftime. Mid-South needs a basket in a big way this trip down the floor. Indians extending that defense well beyond the three-point line. That one slapped out of bounds. It will stay with the Greyhounds.
If I'm the Greyhounds, I get the ball to Washington and say go. Go with it.
And the Indians have pretty much been denying him the basketball wisely. As we said, at one point in the game, he scored 12 of the 17. Beautiful backdoor cut, but the layup was partially blocked. And Washington's going to hear it from the student section. Indians with it now. Skip pass over to Minton. Heat check. That one off the back iron, no good. Boy, if that one would have went down, this place would have erupted.
Indians with an 8-point lead coming up on 2 minutes left in the first half. Greyhounds have not scored in the last 4 minutes of the first half.
So they've got the basketball again, trying to work Washington free, and then that one's going to be turned over. So another turnover here, and Washington will check out of the game. I'm going to have to give credit where credit's due. That ICC student section has gotten in the head of Jesse Washington over the last few minutes. It's made him force up some awkward shots and turn the basketball over.
And the coach decided he needed to sit for a few minutes.
Yeah, probably wise. Just go ahead and let him go ahead and start calming down before halftime. As the Indians lead at 30-28, largest lead of the night, or excuse me, 30-22, largest lead of the night here. Trying to feed it inside to Bridges. Great defense there. And now it's going to turn into a 2-on-1 opportunity, but the Indians get back nicely. Shot is up and blocked. Good defense by the Indians. My goodness, Sanford just floated in the air and blocked the shot. Turnaround hook shots off the mark, no good. Wild loose ball, and the Indians come away with it. Indians need a good possession this trip down the floor. See if they can go up by double digits here. 8 is the lead. 1:05 to play here until halftime. Mid-South looks like they've fallen back in maybe a matchup style zone.
Adam, I don't have the exact time, but I think it's been 5 minutes since they've scored.
Turnaround jumper in and good. Well, I tell you what, Bridges has been strong off the bench tonight here in the first half for the Indians.
No doubt, got 9 points here off the bench.
Lead is 10, larger of the night here for the Indians. They've trailed as much as 7. Near steal, but a pushing call. Right call, much to the dismay of the ICC fans there, as that one is going to go against Sanford. And that's only going to be the 15th foul on the Indians. That's Sanford's first foul. So the Indians lead this one 32-22. Mid-South, as you said, Jim, it's been a minute.
No
long
doubt
minute since they've scored.
We've got around 5 minutes at least they hadn't scored. Great defense by the Indians.
Mid-South needs a basket in a big way. Three-pointer on its way. That one good. That was the answer they were looking for there. Chris Martin with his second three-pointer of the game makes it 32-28. ICC can hold off with the last shot if they elect to here. 12 seconds to play until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned. At halftime, we'll have some of the entertainment coming your way here from Fulton, as well as some first half stats and more. Three-pointer hoisted up, and it's off the mark, no good. Tip goes, if it falls, no. So the Indians couldn't get the shot to fall. Good defense to force the Indians into an awkward shot there in the closing moments of the first half. 32-25, ICC with the lead after an impressive defensive stand there to keep the Greyhounds quiet to close the first half. We'll take a break and be back with more here, part of the Little Caesars Halftime Report from Fulton.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Well, there you see the ICC All-American Pep Band here at halftime, getting the fans fired up, playing the chop, liking what they see so far. ICC leads at 32-25 here at the break, and Jim, we kind of talked about it a little bit going into the break, but your thoughts on the first half?
Thoughts on the first half, a well-played game by both teams, and let's give ASU a lot of credit. They came out the first 10 minutes, hit us in the mouth, got the lead, and then the final 10 minutes of the first half, we settled down, played great defense. We think they went on like a 5-minute spree where they did not score. That's the reason we've got a 32-25 lead. Need to keep playing hard, keep rebounding, playing that good defense, but I like where we stand right here with this 7-point lead.
The Palm squad taking the floor here to entertain us at halftime. We appreciate them and the ICC All-American Band helping make the Davis Event Center one of the most exciting places to watch basketball, not only in the state of Mississippi, not only in JUCO, but all across the nation as well. Jim, I know you've got some first half stats there, so let's take a look at some of the scoring.
Yes, sir. First off, for the Indians, Chris Mittens hit 3 big threes, got 9 points. Marcel Bridges came off the bench. He also has 9 points. Anderson has 2. Dawkins 3. Turner 2. DeMonde Graham has 2. MJ Smith has 2. And A.J. Dent has 3. For ASU Mid-South, leading their team tonight. Jesse Washington, outstanding player. He's got 12 points. We held him the last 5 or 6 minutes. He did not score. Chris Martin has 6. Chaffin has 3. Tucker has 2. Darren Wallace has 2. That's why the Indians lead 32-25 here. 7-point lead at halftime.
Big time close there, and you said it all started with the defense, and that's one thing that Coach Pate, Coach Wilson, and Coach Hayslip really pride themselves on is, one, making the plays defensively, because a lot of times defense turns into offense, and that was the case for the Indians here in the first half.
No doubt about it, Adam. I was proud of our defense holding, of course, Washington, their leading scorer, to no points last 5 or 6 minutes there. He got frustrated. He had to sit down. He got a foul, sat down for a little while. They hit a big 3 to stop that spree, but still we have a 7-point lead right now.
And another, something else we got to give credit to. Our student section got in the head of Washington.
No doubt about it, and I'm proud of our fans
yep.
being here tonight. No doubt about it. You look around, yes, there are a few empty seats, but we got a good crowd of fans here tonight. Student section helping the team out, supporting them, and I can assure you the players and the coaches appreciate that.
Absolutely. We're going to take another timeout, be back with more of the Little Caesars halftime report here from Fulton. ICC leads at 32-25 at the break.
Wow, thanks, Justin Jefferson.
You know, we love eating Little Caesars and watching the Vikings play.
And one day, I'm going to be just like you.
How about right now? Yes. How about another slice, sport?
Thanks, Dad. So tasty. Gee whiz, Justin Jefferson's having a great day.
Just like this father and son.
JJ's gotta have his Little Caesars. Try stuffed Crazy Crust for only $9.49.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Wow, thanks, Justin Jefferson.
You know, we love eating Little Caesars and watching the Vikings play.
And one day, I'm going to be just like you.
How about right now? Yes. How about another slice, sport?
Thanks, Dad. So tasty. Gee whiz, Justin Jefferson's having a great day.
Just like this father and son.
JJ's gotta have his Little Caesars. Try stuffed Crazy Crust for only $9.49.
Pizza, pizza.
Don't overthink. There. It's just talking for like the media.
Media.
Nothing, Madeline. Just take the picture. Look.
Cute. I think that's precious. I just wanted to know because I've never heard of
I mean,
that.
like, you know, the sports media, they mic people up.
I don't know.
Yeah. But there's just like, have you not ever seen them do that? Like they do it all the time.
I want to know where I find this commentary.
I don't know. He just said, I want to mic you up. I was like, okay. The mic's right here, baby. No. Madeline asks goofy questions like she's never seen a microphone before. You're so tall. You're like eating me. Okay. We can smile. Does my hair look okay? Here, get closer, get closer. Get us to where like their top of their head's kind of like, there you go. I love these skirts. Oh no, made you a little bracelet. Oh. It may be too small or too big. It fits. Yeah, it's like a little note. It's just like, hey, happy, happy, happy. Yeah, put it on video. Okay. I'm scared. This is awful. I look like a whale out of water. Front row Baptist today. Let's go, dogs. Go Pontotoc.
That was just
Woo! P-Block, Warriors. CC.
Luciana got a lot of those.
Oh, why do some people wear pants and some people wear short skirts? I don't know. Just preference. Oh, period. Are we doing like closed fists?
Are you bending your knees?
I am bending it a little bit. Oh, they're just straight. Huh? Talking about Northeast. We don't talk about that. I'm just kidding. Red, red, red. Girls, girls, girls. Glitter, glitter, glitter. Twirls, twirls, twirls. Together forever. We're Jasmine and Emma. Best friends. We're almost done. Take our big old band picture. He'll talk to us and then we'll disperse.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set to start the second half of play. ICC leads at 32-25, and we'll get the basketball to start the second half. Or no, actually, we're going to say it'll be Mid-South's basketball to start the second half. And, Jim, what do the Indians need to do to be successful here in the second half?
You know, the last 5 minutes of the first half, we played outstanding defense, kept Washington off the boards. He did not score. Keep playing this good defense. We talked about rebounding, but defense is the key. That's why we have a 7-point lead.
So Mid-South with it. For Mid-South, you really want to find Jesse Washington. Get him fired up again. He had quick 12 points. As there's a shot up in and good. That's number 5, Martin with the basket. But, yeah, you've got to find Washington, get him back in this ball game.
No doubt about it. Now they've scored the last 5 points in this ball game. Cut it down to 5, 32-27, 19 and a half minutes left in the ball game.
We've got a foul on the play.
On Washington, I believe.
And that is going to be the case, and that's going to be his second foul. You know, one player that has been quiet tonight, has also been one of their leading scorers, has been Jamarian Westbrook.
No doubt about it.
He is scoreless so far in the contest. Tried the extra pass. ICC gets it. Looks to spin in the paint, and that's going to be a charge. Easy call there. Nice take defensively there by, well, I say his name, and he makes a play. Westbrook defensively. So that foul was whistled on Smith. That's going to be his first foul. First foul of the second half here against the Indians. So 32-27 is the score. Mid-South with the basketball, trailing in this one. Quick three-pointer, that one blocked. But Mid-South able to keep it. And reset here, 8 seconds now on the shot clock. Nice behind-the-back move, shot inside, that's goaltending. All day, every day, easy call there. As MJ Smith looking like a young Jim Ingram, just climbing the ladder and slapping that one about 15 foot out of the air.
That was Doc's first 2 points of the ball game. Played well, point guard, but that's the first time he scored, and they've cut it to 3, Adam. 32-29, Indians with the ball with a 3-point lead. 18 and a half minutes left in the ball game.
A strong start to the second half here, and tough break there as they made the great play on the steal. Westbrook just couldn't find it as he basically snapped it out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Indians. They're going to say the shot clock, yeah, rightfully so, stays at 14 seconds because really and truly they never established possession of the basketball, did the Greyhounds. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. The Indians got to make something happen here. Feed it inside, looking to go to work. Turnaround shot is up and good. Smith with the basket. Strong move.
No doubt about it. Got position there, Adam. Looked good putting the ball on the hole. Extends the lead to 5. 18 minutes left in the ball game.
That's his 4th point of the contest. ICC up 34-29, coming up on 18 minutes to play in this one. If you're just now joining us, the Lady Indians, strong second half, picks up an 81-56 win in the first game of the day. Doc, nice ball fake, drive inside, reverse layup is up and good, and that's Westbrook's first points of the night. Beautiful basket by Westbrook, but what a pass by Doc.
Great pass. Westbrook finished. 34-31 Indians with the ball with the 3-point lead. 17:40 left in the ball game.
Indians looking to drive inside. That's Dawkins. His shot is up, and they're going to call that a charge. Looked like he started to fall before he got there that time, and that's been a point of interest for the officials, mainly for safety purposes. But that time they were able to bait the official into the call. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because that's what you
understand.
do. That's what you do.
He was kind of leaning away. It's Dawkins' second foul for the Indians tonight.
Big stop there by the Greyhounds as they're trying to find a way to tie it up with a three-pointer or just keep it close here. And there's Doc with the finish. He's starting to assert himself offensively. It's a 1-point contest. The Indians up 44-33. They've only scored 1 point. As this ball out of bounds, but the fair catch called by the Indians, and they turn it over. Good idea, but a nice play by Westbrook to step in front of that one and get it back. Excuse me, only 2 points scored by the Indians here so far in the second half. Is a chance to retake the lead here by the Greyhounds. They've led as much as 7. The Indians led as much as 10.
No doubt about it.
Westbrook puts up the 3 and buries it. Well, if you're a fan of the Greyhounds, that's what you like to see, and ICC wants to take the timeout. 15 points, third three-pointer of the game for Westbrook. We'll take the timeout and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, And whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. It's been all ASU Mid-South to start the second half here. They have taken a 36-34 lead here, 16:30 to play until halftime. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram, as the Indians try to feed that one underneath. And it's thrown out of bounds, and another turnover here by the Indians. Sluggish, sloppy start to the second half.
No doubt about it. Our first 3.5 minutes here in the second half has not been good. Got to get it turned around here.
So Doc running the point guard, backdoor cut, and there's the jam. Big time dunk there by Washington, and that gets him fired back up. He's got 17, 3 away from his average. Beautiful backdoor cut. A lot of that Princeton-style offense. Use some of that aggressive defensive play of the Indians against them to get baskets like that. ICC needs a basket in a big way. Dawkins with the basketball. Swings it down low. Extra pass. Jumper in the paint is up and good. Bridges has played well off the bench for the Indians. He's got 11, and that was a big basket, Jim, because the Indians needed that in a big way.
No doubt. Stop the bleeding. They're only down by 2, 38-36. Coming up 16 minutes left in the ball game.
Doc had his shot blocked. Minton came away with a loose ball. Indians with it now, swings it over to Dawkins. Dawkins goes up and under, and the layup is there. Nice basket by Dawkins, and now the Indians tie it back up as they finally kind of settled down and found their offense here. There's a trap on the wing. They throw away from it. Try to go underneath. Good help defense by the Indians. They work it around. Three-pointer on its way. That one back iron. No good. Rebound to the Indians. ICC wanting to get out and run. Dawkins with the basketball. Bounce pass to Minton. Minton had his shot denied. Like the moxie of Minton there. He knew he was outsized by a couple of guys, but challenged the basket. Hoping to get the foul call, but it was a good, clean block. And the ball will stay with the Indians on the baseline.
Tied up, Adam. 38 apiece. 15 minutes left in the ball game.
Anderson's going to lob this one over the top, and that's got to be a foul, and it is. As Dawkins knocked to the floor, but a good show of sportsmanship there.
Like that.
But tough call as Washington picks up his third foul.
Yeah, and they got to have him on the court. If he comes out, it's got to be only short timeout because he is the glue of their team.
And he started to heat up again here in the second half, and they're going to take a chance and roll the dice with him having 3 fouls, keeping him on the floor. If you're the Indians, you got to be aware of that and see if you can challenge. As there's a runner in the paint, and it gets it to fall. Bridges with the basket. He continues to play well. 13 points for Bridges.
No doubt. We're on a 6-0 run here to take a 2-point lead.
Baseline jumper, high arching, off the mark, no good. Rebound ripped away there by the Indians. That was Anderson grabbing the board. Now leads it to 4 to Dawkins. Dawkins blows by the defender. Good help defense on the part of the Greyhounds to force him to back it back out and try to reset. Inside they go, and the layup is there. Guess who? Bridges again.
15 points to lead the team, Adam.
42-38, Bridges has put on a show tonight for the ICC faithful here in Fulton. Looking for that baseline drive. Bridges forces the turnover. Dawkins down the floor, and he gets the layup to go.
10-0 run.
10-0 run by the Indians, and they need a timeout due to the Greyhounds. As Dawkins gets his 7th point of the night, and the coach for the Greyhounds out on the floor yelling at the official, not liking the no call on the other end. Timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. Be back with more right after this.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
I heard every time you order Little Caesars during the Pizza pregame, you score a fun perk.
And I heard Justin Jefferson is the most handsome receiver of all time.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
No, I heard people say it.
Order pizza and Pepsi online on game day for a chance to win Super Bowl 58 tickets.
Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout here. ICC on a 10-0 run. Take a 44-38 advantage here over the Greyhounds. And Jim, nice job settling down and recovering by the Indians.
No doubt about it, Adam. You know, we mentioned the first part of this half. We looked sluggish. They had a big run. Now we've settled down. We've got the 10-0 run, more energy, playing better defense, rebounding. Got to continue. Still only a 6-point lead, but 14 minutes left in the ball game.
ICC going to come out in a press this time down the floor. Washington stays on the floor here despite having 3 fouls, but you got to have him because he's really been their only source of offense. 17 of the 38 scored so far here. He's got the basketball in his hands. Indians force the Greyhounds to reset. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Beautiful pass and the dunk. No, he blew it, but there to clean things up. Nicely done was Westbrook in the right spot, the right time to just step underneath that one and lay it in and stop a little bit of that bleeding.
44-40, Indians with the ball, 4-point lead, 13.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Indians with the basketball. This is Anderson. Into the corner they go to Minton. Minton got hot there in the first half. He hit 3 3-pointers, but there's a still good defense on the part of Mid-South. And then they just turn it over on the other end, just a poor pass that time as Doc tried to save an inbounds. The only problem is when he found his footing, he was out of bounds when he jumped to touch the basketball.
Indians with the ball, 13 minutes left in the ball game, 44-40 Indians.
Jim, I need to find where this draft is because I talk about how cold it is outside. It's a constant breeze coming in on us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Dawkins with the basketball, drives inside, scoop shot, gets it to fall.
What a great shot.
Excuse me, that was Dawkins with the basket.
It was.
And so now, Greyhounds with the basketball. ICC doing a good job of trying to deny Doc the basketball, trying to keep it out of the point guard's hand. As he finally fights free and is able to get it back now with 10 seconds. Into the corner they go. 3-pointer on its way. That one good. Martin with his third 3-pointer of the night. He's got 11 points. He's been dangerous, but has been quiet as he's just been that guy kind of waiting around, looking for his spot-up shot, and when he gets it, he makes you pay. Indians with the basketball. Drive inside, drops it off. Bridges, yes.
Well, he's feeling it.
One of the better games for Bridges so far this season, 17 points. As now Mid-South with the basketball, trailing by 5, 48-43. Inside 12 to play here in the contest. Trying to go to the baseline, lost it, out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Indians. Substitution coming in the game here for ICC and Mid-South. For the Indians, it'll be number 11 into the contest. That's Graham. And for Mid-South, it'll be number 15, Tucker, into the contest here. These substitutions are being brought to you by our friends down at Raising Cane's in Tupelo. So Indians with the basketball, coming up on 11.5 to play. Dawkins tries to kick it into the corner. Just a little bit of miscommunication there. Our work study, Matt Mallard, well, almost in the wrong spot at the wrong time. But
he dodged it.
That one went over his head and out of bounds, and the ball back to Mid-South. Well, Jim, you know, I was talking to you earlier about big week in basketball here for Ole Miss as they play NC State, and there's a jam inside, just a breakdown defensively by the Indians. But to finish that point, my sister just texted me, and she's already firing up the smack talk as Notre Dame and Tennessee getting set to play each other in women's basketball on the 29th. So that's tomorrow. Shot is up, no good, but there's a late whistle and a foul. Wow.
That was a late whistle.
Extremely late.
It's almost like the referee wanted to see if the ball went in or not. If it went in, he wasn't going to call it a foul.
Yeah,
and
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
And that was the third foul, I believe, on Martin.
And it is the third foul on Martin. And so this will send McDaniels to the free throw line. McDaniels misses on the front.
He's going to make this one. Going to talk him into it.
Jim,
he's due.
Like it. The confidence, trying to speak it into existence here.
All right, Tyson, you got it, buddy. Put it in there.
So getting some substitutions in here, and who's in, who's out.
48-45, I'm sorry, Adam. 48-45, Indians up by 3, got a free throw here, 11 minutes left in the ball game.
So a long time in between free throws here. Almost 30 seconds.
I think they iced them.
And they did. Couldn't get either one of those to fall. Well, I mean, it probably would have worked if they would have let him shoot it.
I know what's going on
whenever
there.
He got the back, whenever they had a chance. Indians jumping the press, and they get it across the floor with 2 seconds to spare. Mid-South with it now, trailing 48-45. 10:45 and counting to go in this one. If you're just now joining us, Lady Indians pick up an 81-56 win in the first game of the day. Three-pointer on its way, no good, in the rebound to the Indians. ICC with the basketball, needing the basket in a big way here to see if they can get that offense fired back up. Three-pointers off the mark, no good. Rebound, tipped, and corralled. Bridges with it, puts the shot up, no. And ICC gets it back, trying to go to work. Gets underneath somehow. Splits the defenders, but the shot was blocked. That ball refused to go home that time. Good defense on the part of Mid-South. They drive inside, kick it out, chance to tie it up here, and they can't do it. Good block out that time by McDaniels.
10 minutes left in the ball game. Indians with the ball, 3-point lead.
And a timeout taken here by the Indians. Timeout on the floor. Let's take the timeout with them and hear from Coke and be back with more right after this.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man. Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
There you go.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Alec, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Bridges.
Find a bank
Yep,
that's
Bridges
excited
19.
about your
That's who I'd go with.
A bank that asks,
What's next?
All right, here we go.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Defense stepped up in the second half. And yes, they had 11 players, but our depth, I think, we kept pushing the ball, kept finding a way to get the ball inside. We're very athletic, hitting the boards. I was proud of our defense, our rebounding, and we just took control of the game in basically the last 5 minutes. It extended this lead, had a 10-point lead for most of the game. They'd knock it down to 2, tied up. Then we extended it really well the last 5 minutes of the ball game. Good win for the Indians.
Indians do win it by the final score of 72-54. I had the mic on mute whenever I mentioned that earlier, so I do apologize. But, Jim, you did say it, though. The defense was the difference tonight of very impressive with the defense. They got in. They locked in. They had Jesse Washington. He did finish with his average of 20. He had 12, but then went quiet for majority of the first half. Only had 8 there in the second half before filing out on a questionable charge call. But the Indians defense locked down on that guy and really kept him quiet once he kind of tried to establish himself as the top scorer.
No doubt about it. And we had a lot of people, we'll look at the stats in a minute, score some points tonight that don't even start, that came up and showed up big here, getting a lot of points to guide the Indians to a big victory tonight.
Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those final stats being brought to you by our friends at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Jim, let's start with the scoring. Let's start with the Indians tonight.
Starting with the Indians, and you and I both said we're going to give Marcel Bridges, who had 19 points tonight off the bench, the player of the game, played outstanding. Bryson Dawkins is just so explosive around the basket. He had 15 points. Minton hit 3 big threes. He had 9. Anderson had 2. Turner's hit some big threes tonight. He had 8. Sanford had 3. Graham had 3. M.J. Smith played solid under the board, had 4. A.J. Dent played solid under the board, had 8. Again, leading from Mid-South tonight, we talked about it. Jesse Washington had 20. Westbrook had 8. Chris Martin came off the bench, hit some big threes for them. He had 11. Doc had 5. Chaffin had 3. Tucker had 4. Wallace had 2. But all in all, a very, very good win for the Indians tonight.
Absolutely. As we wrap up the Davis Ford pregame show, we wanted to thank our sponsors tonight, Renaissance Bank, Davis Ford, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Little Caesars, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, Raising Cane's in Tupelo, Bank Okolona, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, the ICC BSU, Fagata's Mexican Restaurant, Max Holmes, Samtown Market in Manatee, which, by the way, is our sponsor of our Player of the Game, which we awarded to Marcel Bridges, Prior Mara Architects, and the ICC Wesley Foundation. ICC fans, keep up with all 11 of ICC's intercollegiate athletic programs by visiting letsgoicc.com and by following Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platform. You can also subscribe to our YouTube page by searching Let's Go ICC on YouTube. You can see highlights from tomorrow night's game here. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow night's game, but tonight's game tomorrow on our YouTube page. Again, search Let's Go ICC, all one word, there on YouTube. The Indians will be back in action as they hit the road with the Lady Indians to take on Calhoun Community College on Thursday. The First American National Bank opening tip for the Lady Indians will be 5:30. It'll be right around 7:30 there for the Indians. So for Jim Ingram, Raphael Henry, Cal Brown, Adam Robinson, Matt Mallard, and Jordan Allen, I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton, as the still undefeated Lady Indians pick up an 81-56 win over the Lady Greyhounds, and the Indians pick up the 72-54 win over Mid-South in the nightcap to improve to, what are they now?
7-1.
7-1. So,
yes,
yeah, that'd be 7 straight wins for the Indians. Have a blessed evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.